This is a paid presentation of Jorge Granados. Jorge Granados is a realtor and an independent broker licensed by the California Department of Real Estate. His office is identified as Jorge Granados Broker. I'm Alan Mendelson. In the next half hour, you'll hear from real estate broker Jorge Granados, and you'll find out about this house in the gated community of Hillcrest, in the city of Orange, California. Here's real estate broker Jorge Granados. Jorge, your new listing. What do you got?
Hey, Alan, welcome. This is 3434 East Woodbine in a gated community known as Hillcrest here in Orange. It's 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, about 5,000 square feet. Beautiful Tudor house. Why don't we take a look inside?
Let's go take a look. I have an idea this is going to be an exciting house to look at.
Oh, yes, it will. There's a lot to see here. Starting out with this huge open floor plan, high ceilings. Welcome to the family room.
Let's take a look at the family room.
Get a lot of space here, Alan. Get built-in bookcases, very large fireplace, as you can tell. Sets a great mood.
That's a large fireplace and a beautiful fireplace.
Yes, sir.
But let's get an idea of how big this room is. Do you know the measurements of this room?
Off the top of my head, I don't.
I have a great way to illustrate how big a room is. I go to one wall and I walk from one wall to the next. So follow me here if I can do this. I'm going to go here. We're going to count off steps or paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 paces. I'm estimating my pace is about 18 inches. So we're talking about somewhere around 20 feet across.
Oh, a little larger than that, actually.
Larger than that?
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's probably about 28 feet across.
Is that right?
And maybe 16, 18 feet depth.
You've got cabinetry here. You've got a beautiful fireplace. Tell me about the fireplace.
Well, I don't know what more I can tell you. Just see it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, sets a great mood. Becomes a focal point of this room. Got all your built-in cabinets. It is a gas burning fireplace.
Yeah.
Some people like the decorative style. You can also switch to actual firewood.
Yeah. Now, is this custom cabinetry?
Yes, the current homeowner had this built into the home when she bought it. Just to set the home closer to its traditional Tudor style.
Yeah. And the ceiling, the special lighting here, this is all custom work.
You get track lighting here, super high vaulted ceiling. Almost every single room in this house, including the bedrooms, have elevated ceiling heights.
Everyone right now is asking about the price, but we're not going to tell them yet. We're going to save that because there's a lot more to see here.
Yes, there is.
You said how many square feet?
This home is just shy of 5,000 square feet.
That's a big house.
Sits on a 10,000 square foot lot, and it has views facing south towards the Pacific.
We mentioned it's a gated community. Tell me about the security, the gated community.
So it is a private gated community. I'm going to estimate there's probably about 280 to 300 homes here. Most of the homes here were built in the mid to late 80s. Gated access by a security guard, surveillance cameras at some of the entrance points, makes you feel very safe. There is an association fee that comes with it. Give you that all at the end.
What room are we going to see now?
Well, the next room that's impressive on this first level is the family room.
This is the family room.
This would be the family room.
This is a family room.
Yes, sir.
It's big. What have we got? We got another fireplace.
Got another fireplace here with an oversized fireplace mantle.
Right.
Again, vaulted ceilings.
Right.
And this kind of has an open floor plan concept. It's not entirely open because we have some beams that were added for effect more than anything else. Yeah. Although I do believe this one might be structural. Okay. But family room opens up into the kitchen, large space.
So we've got the kitchen over here,
and
family room here.
And then behind you have this beautiful view.
And the doors.
French doors.
That go out to the backyard with a magnificent view, which we'll take a look at in a minute.
Yes.
But this is a great room. You could bring your party from the kitchen to the family room, or from the family room into the kitchen.
Or depending how many people you have here,
Yeah,
party in both rooms.
right.
Hey,
Most of my parties are in the kitchen. So, this is a gorgeous room. All right, and about how big is this room?
I'm gonna, okay,
It's big.
it's big.
That's the point we want to get across. It's big. I mean, with a 5,000 square foot house,
Every room is large.
every room is large. All right, let's go take a look at the kitchen. Now, this is a gorgeous kitchen. It's large, it's bright, it's got lots of everything in it. Why don't you give us a guided tour here of the kitchen?
Well, it's got a lot of natural light. We've got some built-in appliances, starting out with microwave, double oven here. So if you have Thanksgiving dinner, nice parties, have plenty of place to cook and heat up all your food. Got a 5-burner gas cooktop while your friends are,
Can we mention the brand? It's DCS. It's a high-end brand. I happen to know it.
I'll take your word for it.
I've done stories about this brand.
Okay. And then this home comes with a garbage compactor on this corner.
We've got the high-end range. We've got the built-in appliances. We've got the compactor. We've got the dishwasher here and the countertops.
So these are granite counters.
And plenty of drawers and cabinet space.
Yes, this particular homeowner likes to cook. A lot of cabinet space, drawers, pantries. Very important for her. Probably very important for most people who cook.
You can really entertain in this home.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, this is an entertainer's home.
Absolutely. A lot of space in the home. A lot of space to enjoy outside as well. Maybe we should go outside after this.
Let's go look outside.
Okay.
Big backyard for a big house.
Yes, it is, Alan.
Let's see what we got.
Got plenty of room here to entertain. Let's start out with a nice gazebo at the far end. Could probably have plenty of seating for 8 to 10 people. Current homeowner decides just to have 4, but you can always add to it. Large lawn to the side. You can make some modifications once you buy the house. And
What's this? This looks like the prize.
so this is a jacuzzi tub. Probably fit 10 people comfortably.
2 people intimately.
I guess you could.
Got a barbecue back here. Tell me about up here.
So this is a private balcony out of the master suite.
Uh-huh.
Allows you to enjoy unobstructed view of your backyard, taking a little bit of the city view that you get along with the property.
And over there we've got a patio area.
Yes, there's a cemented area with another patio that obviously is right off the family room. Plenty of space for you to entertain, distanced and together.
Great view.
Absolutely. South facing. Get a nice view here of the city day and night.
Looks like it's also a secure view here with a fence, and you're on top of the hill.
Yes, so because you have the elevation, have some fencing here, which helps keep this view.
Private and exclusive and safe.
Absolutely.
It looks like, to me, like a $2 million view.
You're pretty close on that price.
If you're a first-time buyer or seller or investor, call Jorge Granados at 562-907-4349. 562-907-4349. This is a gorgeous staircase.
Yes, it is.
And what does it lead to?
So it leads upstairs to the bedrooms. You've got 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a loft. Loft could be an office, multi-purpose, could be another TV area, library, your choice.
Having the bedrooms upstairs gives a lot of privacy to the family when you're entertaining downstairs.
Yes, of course. And so you've got a loft, a bedroom with its own private bathroom.
That's the loft right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is another bedroom here.
Yes. This bedroom will have its own full bathroom. Every bedroom in this floor has a walk-in closet.
How many bathrooms did you say?
We have 3.
3 bathrooms.
So obviously 1 in the master, 1 in the guest suite. Here down the hall on your left, or you'll get 2 bedrooms that share a hall bath.
I saw a half a bath downstairs.
Yes, so we have 1/2 bath for all your general guest uses. There's also another bedroom that has its own private bath as well, in case you have a guest who just doesn't want to come up the stairs.
Again, an entertainer's home.
Absolutely.
You can have all the relatives here,
Yes.
especially the relatives from Canada who want to get away from the snow.
Yeah, why not?
Now let's go look at that master bedroom and that magnificent $2 million view, right?
Let's go right this way, Alan.
Besides the kitchen, this is the most important room in the house.
Yes, so this would be the master suite. As you can tell, again, sizable room. High ceilings, plenty of space for a Cal King bed and other furnishings.
Okay, this is a Cal King bed, so that's how big it is.
Yes, it is.
And there's plenty of room on either side.
Correct. And then over your shoulder, you have the master bathroom.
Well, we'll take a look at that in a second. But over here,
And over
this
here-
caught my eye.
Absolutely. So it has a seating area with its own fireplace and access to a balcony to enjoy your view.
What are we looking at here?
So from here, straight ahead, Alan, you see Fashion Island. Slight movement over to your right, sections of Costa Mesa, South Coast Plaza as a reference. And then if you look directly to your right, in the shadow, is Catalina Island.
This master bathroom is bigger than some apartments.
It sure is. Gives you a nice size walk-in closet. Right across, you get a wall closet, double sink.
His and her sink's vital. Gotta have his and her sink.
Absolutely. Then you get a large jetted tub. You can soak in it, relax, or stand in shower separately. And of course, toilet and a bidet. What more could you ask for?
Maid service.
I guess you could always ask for that.
It certainly is a big house.
Yes, it is.
Let's go over the specifics again.
So again, we have 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. You've got large family room, formal dining room, large entertainer's kitchen that opens up to your large family room again.
Great backyard.
Great backyard, yes. Backyard with the view. You get a guest suite on this floor, office, then upstairs, large master suite, also with the balcony and a view. A loft, another guest suite with its private bath.
And there are lots of closets.
All the bedrooms upstairs have walk-in closets, and you get 2 additional bedrooms at the end of the hall. One has its own balcony facing out to the front of the community, front of the house.
And it's a gated community.
And again, gated community gives you a very secure feeling.
Let's talk about how low the price is.
Well, for all you saw, just under 5,000 square feet on a 10,000 square foot lot, it is actually quite a deal at currently $1,848,000.
How does someone see the property?
Okay. Currently, due to COVID restrictions, as we are all living through them, all they have to do is reach out to me. We can set up a private appointment any day of the week. You can come during the day, enjoy the view with the sun, or we can come and do a dusk showing and enjoy the view in the evening.
If you're a first-time buyer or seller or investor, call Jorge Granados at 562-907-4349. 562-907-4349. Let's meet one of the clients of Jorge Granados. Dr. Arman Nazir is an investor who works with Jorge Granados. 2 properties
Yes.
bought, 2 properties sold.
Yes. And he's been an awesome realtor, a wonderful person.
Now, these are investment properties.
Yes, these are investment properties that we've sold that we had in Corona, and then we did a 1031 exchange where we used the proceeds from this property to buy 2 other properties. The previous properties we held together with my brother, and then from 2 properties we expanded to 4 properties.
Right. So he knows what he's doing now.
He absolutely knows what he's doing. He's great at basically making you, aware of everything at every step and holding your finger and walking through every step. right?
So he actually goes and works closely with
Oh,
you.
like I said, more for over the months or years that I've dealt with him, he's become more of a friend than more of my realtor because he's just an awesome guy.
I would say I deal primarily with first-time home buyers. I'm bilingual, so I have a lot of Spanish-speaking client base. Also have investors, people who are trying to either move up or move down. Last set of investors I've worked with also used 1031 exchange so they could defer their tax gain. And from there, unfortunately, I've also dealt with probate and trust sales, including, close family and friends who don't know what they're doing other than mom passed, dad passed. Now they have a property they have no idea what to do with.
Let's talk about first-time buyers. First-time buyers really need special handling, don't they?
They do. Um, Buying a home is the largest investment most people are going to make, and they have no idea what it's going to require of them. They're not familiar with what they're signing. Legal commitment when you're trying to buy a home. You need financing. A lot of times they don't know if they're going to qualify. They have questions when they deal with their down payment. And so I try to teach my clients from start to finish everything that's involved. We have an initial consultation, generally will take about 2 hours, where I go over every part of the contract that they're going to sign. And then I introduce them to a lender that I've done business with, probably about 15 years or so, who will take the same type of care that I like to deal with my clients when they deal with their financing. And it's a lot of hand-holding, every step of the way.
You just told me that you'll have an initial consultation with a first-time buyer that lasts 2 hours. Well, I've had experience with realtors who don't have consultations that last 2 hours. They just want to get you to looking at houses, get you to buy something, maybe get you to sell real fast so they can get their commission checks and move on to the next customer. That's amazing that you'll spend 2 hours with somebody your first meeting.
Actually, I do a 2-hour consultation with any buyer, whether they're a first-time buyer or a seasoned buyer, because I want to make sure that they understand what they're getting into. Just because they tell me I buy a home once a year or I've bought a home every couple of years, doesn't mean that they know the ins and outs of the contract. And I need to make sure that my client is educated.
Over the years, I've dealt with a lot of realtors. No one has ever sat down with me for 2 hours. They want to make a deal quick. They want to show you a property. They want to make their commission. They want to get you out the door and move on to the next customer. That's amazing that you'll do a 2-hour consultation.
Well, maybe I look at my business a little different. Definitely, it is a business for me. We are all in business to make money. That being said, I do not see a buyer or a seller as a paycheck. I look at it as a long-term relationship. I want them to feel comfortable with what they're buying. I also want them to feel that their interest was always put first. As a realtor, I have a fiduciary responsibility to the client to always put their interest first. So almost 80% of the people I deal with will stick with me, will buy with me. 20% do not. But out of that 20%, I still get referrals because they feel they didn't buy a home not because they couldn't buy a home, just because I put their interest first and I explained to them, this situation that you're considering is probably not the right time for you. So I still get referrals from them, and I keep in touch with everybody that I have ever crossed paths with.
Let's talk about how you deal with investors.
Well, I have a finance background, so I like to sit down with the investors and look at their total picture. Again, it's about an hour and a half to 2-hour consultation. Try to figure out what their goals are. Try to figure out if they have a strategy already in place that they maybe discuss with their CPA or accountant. And if they don't, I try to pencil something out and advise them to go have another follow-up consultation with their tax preparer and make sure that my thoughts align with what the tax plan would be, and then try to maximize what they can get for their return.
When you talk to an investor about buying properties, do you look at them as Do you look at the property as being what's best for them or what's best for long term or short term?
Try to figure out exactly what their goal is. Most investors will tell me, I want to get it. I want to get a property that I can see myself holding on to about 5 or 6 years. And then I want to see what's next. Every investor or every buyer for that situation is different because they all have a different strategy. A realistic investor will worry more about the numbers and not necessarily what the property looks like. They are the easier ones to deal with because they are not attached to the physical structure. They are looking purely at the numbers. So we sit down and try to analyze, will this return maximize your investment? And if it doesn't, I would advise them to look at something else. But obviously, the investor or the consumer at that time makes the ultimate decision.
What do you tell investors about their home search, their investment search? What's your most important advice to them?
Be realistic. You know, sometimes we get into a search and we have an expectation of what we'd like and where we'd like it to be. So generally, I will take them on a home tour probably 3 or 4 times. I'm trying to analyze what catches their attention, what are their likes and dislikes, and then based on what I've seen and based on what I've learned from them in the consultations, I will make suggestions. I know you, as an example, I know you may have told me you really want to buy a home in Burbank, but you work in Los Angeles and you have family in Covina. I will then start telling them, well, you know what? We looked at all the properties in Burbank. We didn't really find something you like. How about we start looking at Pasadena, Arcadia? It's close to the freeway, still kind of puts you in the same scenario, and it might surprise you. My job partly is to look at what their needs and wants are and try to fulfill it for them, even if I have to make some suggestions for them to think outside the box.
Let's talk about the sellers. You got to give sellers special handling as well.
Yes, sellers have an expectation right now that they want a home sold quickly for the highest dollar at the lowest cost. Unfortunately, sometimes that comes with a lot of negotiating back and forth before we secure the contract to actually sell the home. Right now, sellers have a lot of other options that may look appealing, but ultimately I have to show them that they're going to get what they pay for, especially if they're considering discount brokerages who are looking at you purely as a paycheck and by the numbers. The more homes they have for sale, they're going to meet their quota, and it may put you as a seller at a disadvantage. So one of the things I try to do, obviously, do large marketing packages, including potentially putting them on television now.
What's the advantage of putting a house on TV?
Well, the advantage of putting them on TV, number one, it avoids traffic for the homeowner. It lets more people see the home without actually having to physically walk through the property. And it allows it to be viewed at any time, day or night, instead of having to come bother the home seller, make an appointment. The home seller has to rush to make the home look nice and pretty for everybody to come in and look at it. Just have to do it one time, and that's it.
So a lot of realtors try to sell the idea of, I'm going to have a lot of open houses for you, but open houses really aren't as efficient a marketing tool as many people think.
They're not. Open house, in my opinion, serves one of two things. Number one, get as many people into the property at one time, which could be an advantage for the seller because it'll limit the visitors during the week. The other thing sometimes is the agent is trying to use it to potentially find other buyers who aren't necessarily looking at your particular home that is being showcased at that time.
That's one of the secrets of the real estate business. When somebody comes to your open house, the realtor might be stealing them to buy another property.
I don't necessarily think that they're stealing them, but it can happen 9 out of 10 times, I would think, because obviously if you get 10, 15, 20 people, you may only have 1 or 2 parties who are interested in that specific home, because buyers again come in with ideas that they want the home to meet multiple items on their checklist, and if it doesn't, they're going to keep moving on. So the realtor uses it as an opportunity to try and convert that prospective buyer onto something else that's on the market.
Let's talk about what you do specifically for sellers. What makes you different from other realtors?
Well, for sellers, there's a lot of things that I do for them. Unfortunately, sometimes I've got to come and cut the grass for them. Got to cut the hedges. Sometimes there's minor repairs in the home before the home comes on the market. So I either do it myself or have handyman or other vendors that come and do it for them. Photography, video recording, drone photography, flyers, postcards, the things that most other agents would do. The other thing is, a lot of my sellers, they demand different availability. I have some home sellers that call me at 4 o'clock in the morning. They need me to help them come move furniture. They need me to help them move out of the home. You know what? I'm service oriented, whatever it takes to get the sale.
If you're a first-time buyer or seller or investor, call Jorge Granados at 562-907-4349. 562-907-4349.
I try to teach my clients from start to finish everything that's involved. We have an initial consultation, generally will take about 2 hours, where I go over every part of the contract that they're going to sign.
You just told me that you'll have an initial consultation with a first-time buyer that lasts 2 hours? Well, I've had experience with realtors who don't have consultations that last 2 hours. They just want to get you to looking at houses, get you to buy something, maybe get you to sell real fast so they can get their commission checks and move on to the next customer. That's amazing that you'll spend 2 hours with somebody your first meeting.
Actually, I do a 2-hour consultation with any buyer, whether they're a first-time buyer or a seasoned buyer, because I want to make sure that they understand what they're getting into.
If you're a first-time buyer or seller or investor, call Jorge Granados at 562-907-4349. 562-907-4349. Remember the website, jorgegranados.com. I'm Alan Mendelson. Thanks for joining us. This has been a paid presentation of real estate broker Jorge Granados. Jorge Granados is a realtor and an independent broker licensed by the California Department of Real Estate. His office is identified as Jorge Granados Broker.